So, today we're once again gonna go through some Reddit things. And before we're going through some quote unquote amazing guides or cool guides, we're gonna have a look at some other things or especially, or to be more precise, let's put it like that, we're gonna talk about my front page of Reddit, which is all about stoicism and self-improvement and self-development and all of these things, which, why you're here actually quite, I think, at least. There is a quote, "A man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor." Alexis Carrel credit Victor Hugo Yanebina or something. Hannes, well, I don't know. How to change myself after being a sad person my whole life. Let's see, it is no, it's too long. I can't go through that. I'm actually very sorry. I stuck to my diet today. I did not snack, just ate my salad, little steps, but I know I'll get there. I'm also starting my exercise routine tomorrow. I'm glad I'm finally making steps in the right direction. A little bit of a side note, don't start anything that you want to do tomorrow, but today. Because maybe, because of whatever reason, because of life probably, you're gonna feel like, no. Tomorrow, you're gonna feel like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Just because you don't have the motivation anymore, you don't have the urge to do it anymore, and so on and so on. And so it is better to start something right now than it is to just be like, well, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna do it in 2 days. I'm gonna do it when I'm feeling better. Guess what? You're never ever gonna feel like doing that. Probably. And so, at least at my point of view, it makes more sense to be like, well, I do want to start working out, but I'm gonna start today, but I'm gonna do it in the following way. I'm not gonna just have an hour of workout, but I'm gonna do 10 push-ups, and that's my workout for today. Tomorrow you can step it up to 20 push-ups if it was too light, to just see how you're feeling about it, the intensity, and so on and so on and so on. It just makes more sense to gradually increase the amount of exercise that you're having, and one day you're gonna have 6 times a week of 2 hours of workout with cardio and whatnot. Yeah, always remember this. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm proud I'm not where I used to. This is actually quite a case for me and my physique. This point of time, I am not really in the place I want to be at, and I don't know, well, I can be there, but it is a lot of suffering, I guess, and a lot of hunger, probably, and or maybe just changing up a few things. I'm actually not quite sure, but I actually really am happy about the results that I've gotten so far and my ability to go through that regimen that I've just given myself, basically. That's not that easy, to really be honest. But yeah, that's definitely the case. So I'm not where I want to be, but I'm proud I'm not where I used to be. Something to actually indeed keep in mind. Argument by the philosophy subreddit. All meaning derives from conscious experience. Therefore, if there is a purpose or meaning to life, it lies in maximizing, perfecting, and improving states of consciousness. See linked article states for the problem statement, thesis, alternatives, and objects and analysis. Let's actually have a look at this article. Might actually be pretty of interest. It's very long. But I could zoom out actually a bit because it's unnecessarily big. Well, I could zoom in and, well, no. Didn't work out in the way I wanted it to. What if I make it bigger? Can I? No. What if view, zoom out. Zoom out, there we go. Let's zoom out a bit. What is the meaning of life? By Jason K. Resch. And it is by the always asking the common site, asking big questions. I don't know the site, I don't know the author, but let's actually have a very brief look at it, since it's an incredibly long article. I don't know, but it's also talking about religions there. Well, let's see. What is the meaning of life? It is a question everyone has wondered about at some point in their life. Is there even an answer? Each of us has somehow found our way into this world, but for what purpose or reason are we here? What's the point of it all? Is there inherent significance or value to life and existence? Among the many philosophies and religions, we find no shortage of answers offered. But which answer is right? Does science suggest an answer to this mystery? If so, what does it tell us? As we will see, science does give an answer to this question, one that is both remarkably simple yet comprehensive and all-encompassing. Having an answer to this question enables us to better understand each other, to know the direction and aim of humanity and technology, and to know what is truly valuable so we can get the most out of life. Reviewing answers. The question, what is the meaning of life, has a long and rich history. Let's see what answers we have been given by ancient civilizations, religions of the world, and philosophical traditions. Answers from ancients. People in every time and place have considered this question. If you have left records of their thoughts that have survived to this day, let's review the oldest of humanity's answer to this ageless question. Let's see what the ancient Egyptians had to say. Perhaps the oldest of these records are the pyramid texts inscribed in the tombs of ancient Egyptian kings some 4,400 years ago. According to these texts, after death, one's life is judged in a trial by Osiris and 42 judges in a hall of 2 truths. During this trial, one's heart is weighed against a feather of truth. If one led a virtuous life, their heart will be found lighter and the feather of truth, and their soul is free to pass to the field of reeds, where it will live forever in paradise. If the heart is heavier, it is eaten by the demoness, Amet, making the soul forever restless. In the view of ancient Egyptians, the meaning of life is to live a life worthy of passing to the eternal joy of paradise. This requires a life of truth, justice, and harmony, avoiding chaos, violence, and also evil. Ancient Sumerians. Sumer was the first human civilization. It is also the first to develop written language. Humankind's oldest surviving work of literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh. Written in Sumerian cuneiform 4,100 years ago. The story centers on the life of Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk, or Uruk, whatever. This epic offers an answer to the question of the meaning of life. And there is a quote. It is actually an amazing article, and I'm very happy to share it with you. Truly amazing. This epic offers an answer to the question of the meaning of life. When the gods, and this is a quote by Siduru in Epic of Gilgamesh 2100 BC. When the gods created man, they allotted to him death, but life they retained in their own keeping. As for you, Gilgamesh, fill your belly with good things day and night, night and day. Dance and be merry, feast and rejoice. Let your clothes be fresh, bath yourself in water, cherish the little child that holds your hand, and make your wife happy in your embrace, for this too is the lot of man. In summary, life is short, so live it to the fullest. We find this advice echoed almost verbatim in the Old Testament book of Ecclesiastes, which is 450 to 200 BC, chapter 9, verses 7 to 9. Go eat your food with the gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart. For God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white and always anoint your head with oil. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun, all your meaningless days. For this is your lot in life and your toilsome labor under the sun. The ancient Persians. The first monotheistic or theistic religion originated in ancient Persia 3,000 years ago. It is called Zoroastrianism and is still practiced to this day. It was the official religion of the First Persian Empire. I'm not gonna just say the name once again because I'm probably reading it in the wrong way or pronouncing it in the wrong way at least. But yeah. By the fraction of people living in it, the Persian Empire was the largest in human history, containing 30 to 50% of the world's population. It had a significant influence on civilizations and religions that followed. According to each Persian participates in the battle between Asha or Asia, good, truth, and the order, and Drush, or Druy, whatever, evil, falsehood, and decay. One's Urvan, or soul, is sent to the material world to collect experiences which are considered useful in the battle between good and evil. I actually like this explanation. Well, this theory, or whatever you want to call it, actually, because it kind of makes an experience out of everything that you're experiencing in life. Like, okay, today is a very interesting day. Today I'm maybe doing nothing, and I have the experience of resting and not having to do anything, and maybe not feeling my meaning. But this in the end is just preparing you for this battle. Everything that you're doing, whatever it might be, and whatever you might be seeing and experiencing in life, is preparation for this battle that you're gonna have in the end. I think it is actually pretty cool. It really is cool. Answers from religion. Nearly every religion offers answers to the question of life's meaning. The few that don't at least provide a prescription for how to live. Let's review answers found in some of the world's religions. Abrahamic religions are those formed by descendants of Abraham. They include the religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Or Islam, however you're pronouncing this in English. I don't know, and I don't care. Judaism. According to Judaism, the meaning of life is to heal, repair, and improve the state of the world through good deeds, which I think is actually pretty amazing. The final goal is a perfect world to come. Christianity, according to Jesus, the most important law in life is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and to love your neighbors as yourself. Mormonism, an offshoot of Christianity, teaches that the purpose of life is to gain experience, develop, and receive a fullness of joy. Islam, very interesting religion, and shout out to my brothers who are part of this religion. I'm actually very fortunate to have experienced other religions, not necessarily in practice, but I don't know. I might just be really grateful to have friends of other origins. And I think this is pretty amazing because you can see different cultures, different food, and whatever is coming with it. Also, characteristics of people and whatnot. Anyway, according to Islam, life on earth is a test that determines one's closeness to God. Devotion is demonstrated in 5 ways: profession, prayer, fasting, charity, and pilgrimage. One will either inherit a final home close to God and his love in a paradise, or distant in a hell. The Prophet Muhammad also expressed a form of the golden rule, saying, "None of you truly believes until he wishes for his brother what he wishes for himself." Dharmic religions are those originated in the Indian subcontinent and include Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. Hinduism. According to Hinduism, there are 4 aims in life. The first one is Kama, which is desire, sensual pleasure, emotional fulfillment, and aesthetic, like arts, dance, music, nature, appreciation, enjoyment, love, and affection. Then we have Artha, or Artha, means of living, career, financial security, and prosperity. The third one is Dharma, which are the duties, virtue, moral values, ethics, non-violence, and order. And the fourth is Moksha, which is liberation, freeing oneself from the cycle of reincarnation through enlightenment, self-knowledge, and self-realization. Pursuing each is considered essential so long as no aim is sacrificed. Hindus believe spiritual development occurs across lifetimes, with the final goal being moksha, a liberation from the cycle of reincarnation known as samsara. This is considered the final aim of all souls. Buddhism. According to Buddhism, everything is a product of the mind. Therefore, resolving one's state of mind is the highest goal. Mind precedes all phenomena. Mind matters most. Everything is mind-made. Gautama Buddha in the Dhammapada, 500 BC. And I think it is actually, well, I don't want to say it is the truth just because I'm then going to say, okay, every other religion is wrong. But I think it is a cool way as well to see life and to see the world, because it just really puts you in the place of, okay, I have the power over seeing what things are and making things different, because everything is in my mind and everything is because of my mind. And so, yeah, it just really gives me a lot of power, which is pretty amazing, I would say. The aim of Buddhists is to follow the Noble Eightfold Path and thereby eliminate suffering and achieve nirvana, the highest happiness. Then the last one is Sikhism. The word Sikh means student. The primary aim for Sikhs is continuous learning and development for the mind and body to flourish. In the words of the founder of Sikhism, your soul, breath, or life, mind, and body shall blossom forth in lush profusion. This is the true purpose of life. Guru Nanak in page 47, line 19 of Guru Granth Sahib, 1604. They believe every soul is of divine origin and on a path to develop its divine attributes. Ultimately, all souls will merge with the True One. We shall merge into the one from whom we came. The True One is pervading each and every heart. Guru Nanak in page 20, line 5 of Guru Granth Sahib, 1604. East Asian religions. How many religions are we gonna have there? We're going to go through religions and then we're going to end. It's not that much. East Asian religions include the traditional Chinese religion of Confucianism. So, East Asian religions include the traditional Chinese religion of Confucianism and Taoism, as well as the Japanese religion of Shinto. Confucianism, from Confucius, anyway, teaches a code of ethics based on 5 constants: benevolence, justice, ritual, wisdom, and integrity, and 4 virtues, which is loyalty, devotion to family, and self-control, as well as morality. Confucius believed these qualities create a strong and content families, which in turn creates a strong and content communities. The goal is a harmonious society where individuals make better choices, live prosperous and peaceful lives, and minimize suffering. There's a quote by Chu Wei-ming in Confucian Thought from 1985. We can realize the ultimate meaning of life in ordinary human existence. Well, yeah, that's amazing. Confucius is also known for the earliest telling of a form of the golden rule saying, what you do not wish for yourself, do not do to others, which at my point of view is not right. Just because one of my favorite examples is, just because I want to be hugged doesn't mean that everybody else wants to be hugged. Think about that. It's just the truth. It is just what it is. Anyway, Taoism, there was something formless and perfect before the universe was born. It is serene, empty, solitary, unchanging, infinite, eternally present. It's the mother of the universe. For lack of better name, I call it the Tao. Lao Tzu in chapter 25 of Tao Te Ching, 600 to 400 BC. Taoism rejects the ritual and strict social hierarchy of Confucianism in favor of spontaneity, individualism, and going with the flow. The foundation text of Taoism is the Tao Te Ching. It teaches, see the world as yourself. Have faith in the way things are. Love the world as yourself. Then you can care for all things. Taoists believe all things were originally Tao, the natural order of the universe, and that ultimately all beings return to it. In the beginning was the Tao, all things issue from it, all things return to it. Which is a quote by Lao Tzu in chapter 52 of Tao Te Ching, 600 to 400 BC once again. The last one is Shinto. The Japanese religion of Shinto has no dogma, scriptures, or founder. Shinto means the way of the kami. Kami are divine spirits present throughout the nature world or natural world. Practitioners seek harmony with and blessing from the kami through offerings and prayers. According to the author SDWT Mason, in Shinto, the purpose of humanity is to be a self-developing creative spirit on earth. We are the agents by which divine spirits develop greater forms. Shinto constantly, and this is a quote by SDWT Mason in The Meaning of Shinto from 1935, Shinto constantly implies through its influence on the Japanese people that the progress of mankind is the intent of divine spirit on earth. Life is what purposive to Shinto, a purposive activity of divine spirit seeking new expression in spirit's own self-created material world. Early life to Shinto is a desired satisfaction for divine spirit and is a divine actuality in all of its manifestation, good and bad, whereby spirit creates its objective expansion by its own earthly efforts. Divine spirit, ever seeking renewal of creation, ever trying to progress in its material environment, and ever striving to develop versatility of action. Such is the emphasis Shinto gives to life. And yeah, the next time we're going to go through answers from philosophy, including Greeks, including Epicurus. I hope there is somebody. And Aristotle. Then the Middle Ages, Enlightenments, liberalism, utilitarianism, modern times, nihilism with Nietzsche, yeah, of course, humanism, naturalistic pantheism, and summary of answers. A unifying principle. Yeah, that's actually it with today, and I do hope that you've liked it and or learned something by going through it. I've unfortunately fucked up the recording in the meantime, just because I did not have any space on my HDD, which is a little bit of a fucked up thing. But anyway, gonna end the episode there, so wish you the best health, of happiness, and no success, and also hope that you're gonna remind yourself and you're gonna be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty cool thing as well. 3 other things that I want to give you are why. I hear what I'm trying to change and what is bolding with the most these 3 questions. Hopefully I can show you a purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty fucking cool thing as well. One last idea that I want to give you is what could you essentially say to another person that's indeed going to change your life, or do therefore as well, because I totally believe that we all can communicate something that is indeed going to change somebody's life. With that being said, good to see you the next time. So bye bye and have a good one.